Hi traders, Lockie here. Hope you are absolutely magic. I've just received a really brilliant phone call. It's from one of the clients who's actually saying, Lockie, I'm brand new to trading. I would love you to show me how to do live market replay on NinjaTrader. Now guys, live market replay is a really great little opportunity for you to, as we do on a Sunday, we practice our trading from the previous week with the intent of answering the question, how could we have made more money in our previous week worth of trading? So long story short, guys, I've been asked to do a video on, Lockie, how do I set up live market replay? Is there a bulletproof way of doing it? So guys, this is literally what you do in 4 or 5 very simple steps. The first thing you want to do is to download the literally the live market replay data. You need to connect to a live connection. So what I'm going to do is mine's called live. I'll connect to my live connection. All right, now that I've got my little green dot, goes down in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm good to rock and roll. Now you'll see over here, as I've got this historical data window, this is where we're going to get our live market replay data from. Now, where did I get that from? Let's get rid of that altogether. So what do? Guys, we go to our control center, we go to tools, we go to import, and then we come down here to historical data. So the moment we end up with our historical data window up, which I'll bring on the screen for you just here, here's our historical data window. What we want to do, guys, it's perfectly hidden all the way down the bottom left-hand corner. We want to get our market replay data. Now, I'm actually this afternoon, guys, it's a very rainy Sunday here in the mountains. So I'm actually literally running the final test on what we call the Delta V1 indicator. Now that Delta V1 indicator is an incredible indicator that gives us around about 8 to 10 trades, guys, every trading session, which is really exciting. So that's what I'm physically doing. How am I doing that? Guys, I literally come into my instrument here. So I come and choose my instrument. I'm actually testing the FDAX Delta this afternoon. So I'm going to go and grab the current FDAX contract. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to select the date. You'll note here as in the square, okay, that literally today's date is the 19th of May 2024. That's yesterday. And guys, the data, because there's no data on the Saturday, the data is going to be available on the Friday. So what I'm going to do is to make sure my indicators are running accurately is I'm going to download 5 days. Now, this is how I personally do it. Guys, I click on the 17th. We check here that it's definitely on the 17th. And then I push the download button. What occurs is your NinjaTrader should, if everything's connected correctly, you should have a little sign pop up here, down here saying I'm basically loading data. Now this might take, guys, depending on your internet speed and data connections and similar things, this could take up to a minute. All right, so please don't get angry at the process if it takes a little bit of time. So what I typically do, guys, downloading data, I'll push the download button, then I'll run away and do something else on my computer. And then once it's finished, I come back and do the next day. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment, guys, and we'll show you the process as we need to. Okay, now as promised, guys, that took literally around about 60 to 70 seconds. So what I then do is I then come back into my calendar. And so, right, so we've literally done the 17th. So I go back to the 16th. Okay, double check 16th of May, and then I push the download button. Now this process just continues as we roll through 5 to 6 days worth of data download to make sure all of your pivots and your trend indicators and all of those indicators you use on your chart, just make sure that they're loading correctly and they're not going to get confused, particularly if you are, guys, doing some kind of back testing as to the integrity of your indicators before they are launched. As ironically, that's exactly what I'm doing. As with the Delta V1, we will be the only trading school in the world that uses a Delta V1. The reason I can say that is I physically wrote the indicator. So it's a very special little formula running behind the screens with around about 17 filters, with the intent of allowing us to hunt the big banks, which is always kind of good fun, guys, when you're hunting banks. So I'll pause now, guys. We'll wait for the next day to occur, and then I'll show you what to do in order to activate your live market replay. So traders, we're just going to continue the process over and over again. So I've literally done the 17th, now the 16th, now the 15th. I'll spare you the detail of the rest of the days, and I'll show you exactly how to then activate your live market replay. There are a couple of little traps that I don't want you to fall into, so we'll show you how to activate that. Okay, traders, now that we've downloaded all of the data that we require, we can get rid of that data window by simply pushing the cross button. We can then come down to our connections. We no longer need to be connected to our live account. All right, so once we've done that, ladies and gents, all we need to do is we need to come into our connections. Okay, in this case here, I'm going to go to the playback function. Now, this used to be called live market replay. So for those who've been hanging around NinjaTrader for a while, you'll note that the actual name has changed. Now, guys, when you push the playback function, you're going to get a pop-up window. Now, because we have already downloaded our replay data, guys, we don't need to go and push any buttons down here. So all I do, as much as the process I follow is a little bit old school, I have found that it's pretty close to bulletproof. So we're going to come down here and we're going to push our continue button. And what you should find out in a perfect world is that all of your charts and indicators and everything load as per the data, as per the data that you've actually downloaded on your computer screens. Now, once our charts have loaded, and everything is ticked through, we'll end up with a little window that looks like this. Okay, now there is a really, really important little problem, guys, or a little error that a lot of people make. If you have downloaded data for, in this case here, the FDAX, if you've downloaded data so 3 to 4 months ago and then again today, you'll quite often find, guys, that your market replay data is going to go back 3 or 4 months. Now, the problem you've got with that is that you've got, say, data from 3 or 4 months ago and also data from last week, but you don't have any data in between. So quite often, if you make a mistake of loading a date here that is a long way in the history of what you've got, guys, NinjaTrader has a lot of trouble dealing with it. So what I do instead is I make these dates akin with exactly what we've just downloaded. So guys, as we went through the process, we've downloaded all the way through to Monday the 13th, okay? And the last data we actually downloaded was the 17th. So what I'm doing is I'm saying to NinjaTrader, I only want to work on the data that I have just downloaded, please. I don't want to work on any long-range historical data. The reason we're going to be doing this is we're not going to put a large amount of demand on NinjaTrader, and you'll also find, guys, that the NinjaTrader process should actually work quite well. So I'm going to select these dates, and in a perfect world, the computer will do some thinking. Now, once again, this can take a couple of minutes. So please don't get angry with your NinjaTrader if it's sitting there spooling on you. It'll take a couple of minutes, but eventually what will occur is the window will pop back up again as a clear window, just like it has done then. Now that ultimately means that the Ninja has gone and collected all of the data, and as per the date range that you have selected, in this case here, the 13th of May through to the 18th of May, NinjaTrader coming back like that has basically said, Lockie, I've got all of the data that you have requested. We are good to rock and roll. So if I wanted to now go and have a look at the European Open, for example, on Friday afternoon. All right, so we are going to be doing the 17th. As what I do is I now come to my little window, which is not grayed out because it's gone and done that little data check for you. I right click on here and I say go to. Now what occurs is we're going to choose the date we want it to go to. So in my case here, it's the 17th. Note here it's showing you the available data you have. So it does make your job a little bit easier. And what I'm also going to be doing is for myself based in Japan, I'm going to be going for 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is European Open. Now I can get very, very specific with the time if I want to, but I literally just want to go to the opening candle of Europe as with the intent of checking the integration of the new Delta V2 code. So what will occur? Guys, once again, the window is grayed out. Please just don't go and continue to push buttons here because NinjaTrader can get actually really, really angry at you, and that's not going to go very well for you. So just literally wait. I know this process can be a little bit annoying, but if you've done it all correctly, guys, if you've done it all correctly, eventually, so that one took around, say, 35 to 40 seconds, the window is back to normal. And in a perfect world, if I push the play button here, what is going to occur? Once again, 3 to 4, maybe 5 seconds, the computer will start thinking. And what you will find is your charts ultimately should start moving perfectly. Right, now if the data you've downloaded is correct, guys, the date range is correct, what you'll start to see is this is exactly how the markets moved on Friday afternoon. And this is where I'm actually going to go and do my integrity check on that new Delta V1 before handing it out to all of the clients globally. So guys, I do hope that that video was of enormous assistance to you. Live Market Replay is an incredibly valuable training tool for those people who are using NinjaTrader. To talk about the history of it, we use our Live Market Replay function on a Sunday in order to work out as a trading team how we could have made more money, basically Monday through Friday last week. And the best way to do that is ultimately to relive the trading experience with the intent of getting 1% better every week. As you get 1% better every week, you become a very, very good trader in your own right. And Live Market Replay is completely free for those people that have the NinjaTrader platform. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Guys, I hope you got massive value out of it. And I look forward to seeing you in the live trading room as soon as you are available.